Golden State Warriors through to round 2, and they will face the Minnesota Timberwolves in what is going to be an amazing matchup. Jimmy Butler going back to Minnesota, but we have to start about this game 7. Wow, Buddy Hield, Buddy Hield ametoka happy. Buddy Hield alisema tu mi sitoki game. And you know, normally these, like, your role players, these ones, you expect them to be shining at home. The fact that he did this on the road, hostile environment, young team that finished second, was the number 2 seed in the West. They played so well. Buddy was amazing. He couldn't miss. Obviously capped off by that nice big 3 that he made to end the first quarter. He was spectacular. He was special. I need to give a big shout out just to the defense. The Golden State defense in this game was amazing. We all knew coming into this game. Aquaman, Steven Adams aliwapatia stress sana. Gave them so much stress. Offensive rebound. Awakwa anaweza nane. Like, he was a menace. And I was like, how are you going to do this? How are you going to counter this? Because so far, you can't teach size. If you don't have size, you don't have size. But credit to Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr decided to actually play Kevon Looney a bit more, which I think was very crucial. It really nullified that threat that the Rockets had, and it forced the Rockets to actually go small. Right? They stopped. They couldn't go to the double big lineup of Looney and Şengün. And I think those are the small tweaks that you make over the course of a game, over the course of a 7-game series, that just nullifies the opponent, right? They tried to go to a plan B. Ime Udoka tried going small. He decided to go with Dillon Brooks, Thompson, Şengün, who, by the way, guys, Amen Thompson is an absolute beast. They call him the one-man double team. The one-man double team. Say he's everywhere. Him and his brother, I don't know what, those two guys, like, they are just something else. I had to give a big shout out to Curia Hernandez, who put me onto the Thompson brothers when they were being drafted, because that was last season, and they drafted back to back to the Rockets and the Pistons. And she was like, yo, these boys, you need to watch these boys. So shout out to I was watching the LA Sevens. There was rugby, Nini, like, back to back. This weekend has just been insane. And we're about to shoot the podcast, and I said, let me just do this NBA one real quick. Fred VanVleet, 17 points. That was not going to cut it. Thompson was doing amazing things. And actually, that injury to his calf or his lower leg was kind of slowed him down a bit. He had to come off. But the damage was done, honestly, by the second quarter, because the way the Warriors defended them, the way they played, and they know that this team cannot shoot. We're going to force you to shoot. We're going to put you in positions where you're going to be very uncomfortable. The moment you start seeing Şengün putting up threes, Aiko, Amen Thompson, you need to do better as well. A really big issue with this team as well was free throws. They made 71% of their free throws, 15 of 21. That's in a game 7. Those are the margins. You lost 103-89. Yeah, the fact that you didn't even score 89 points at home in a closeout game in a game 7 is not great. Is not great at all. I think Eason had great minutes. He had a moment there. He's known for his defense. The calling card for this team is defense. He missed 2 free throws, then he goes and has a really bad turnover, but he comes back really strong. And that's what this team is. They're young. They are hungry, but they will make mistakes. But one thing they do well is bounce back. So I need to give them that. But they just met a better team. They met a more experienced team. Jimmy Buckets and Steph Curry weren't that amazing going in the first half. And fourth quarter, they just decided to close it. Buddy Hield was first quarter. Second quarter was like a bit of everyone. And then fourth quarter was the big boys. Buddy Hield finished with 33, 3 and 3. 9 points, made 9 threes, which I think ties the most in a game 7. That was an amazing performance from Buddy Hield. Also, I need to give a shout out to Steph Curry. His defense, the fact that I'm shouting out Steph Curry for his defense, he was so good. He was moving his feet. He was those quick, because, you know, the Rockets know they're going to try and go to the basket quickly. They're more athletic, they're faster, they're bigger. So the only way to do that is you cut off their lanes to the basket, right, with quick feet, and now you force them to play a half court offense, which is not their calling card, especially with their really poor shooting. Kuminga came off the bench, gave them 7 minutes. I really don't know how. I don't know. This Kuminga thing is just mind-blowing to me. I don't understand how he's... Anyway, it's working so far. Moody had his shots or not. They were, like, it's okay to miss shots, but those ones are like, he was missing really, really badly. Like, really, really badly. And I was like, bro, what's happening to you today? But yeah, they did what they needed to do. Game 7 on the road, really impressive win. Yeah, Warriors move on and meet the Timberwolves. Is there anything else I've forgotten? I don't think I have. Yeah, Draymond was typical Draymond, slapping people in the face and whatever, but also playing great defense. At the end of the day, that's what he brings to you. He brings these other things as well to the table, but when it comes down to locking down and being in these moments, he's been in so many of these moments that you cannot discount that experience and that know-how of being in the wars, in the trenches with these guys. And but Butler as well, because this was his 5th Game 7. So I feel like they did well. Podziemski was just okay. He played 39 minutes. That's a lot. Oh, another thing I need to give a shout out to Steve Kerr for. You know the Lakers, how they're trying to play everyone. Like the Game 6, they played everyone all the way. Was it Game 6 or Game 5? Game 5. Where they played everyone all through the entire second half, which has never been done before. Like an entire 5 playing an entire second half. I think Steve Kerr learned from that with this particular lineup. He knows he has 35 plus year olds. I'm not going to run them down, especially in the fourth quarter. Let's try and get some minutes where they're resting here and there. And I think that was crucial. They played 45 minutes. Steph Curry played 45 minutes, 45-30, Butler 44-40, Green 39-56. But they were getting rest in between there. They're not going so long without a rest. And I think that's something that's very crucial, especially if you have older players that these coaches need to do. I think JJ Redick, in that case, didn't do such a good job with that, but I don't think he even had options. And especially Luka, who was injured, Nini, like you're trying to play him minutes. They tried to buy him minutes here and there, but yeah, he wasn't enough. But Warriors are through. Can't wait for the second round.